Hello and welcome. This is Daisy from TechX Media, and we have here with us Mr. Charles from 12 South. How are you doing, Mr. Charles?
Thank you very much. Very well.
Great. So, sir, please tell us something about 12 South.
Okay, so 12 South is a brand that's been established for 14 years. The company started out, our founder is a designer, and he really wanted to design products specifically for the Apple ecosystem.
Okay.
So very much had an Apple-esque emphasis on a lot of the products that we did, focusing on the design, the quality, and the customer experience of taking the products out of the box.
Right. So, sir, we have some products here, if you can just take us through.
Sure. So the company originally did phone cases for the original iPhone, but as time evolved, we followed the patterns of the market in terms of, so we have a number of products essentially that sit in different categories. Just when COVID started, people were forced to make changes in the way that they worked. And so one of the things that we saw very, very quickly was that people were trying to equip a home office.
Right.
And a lot of the products that we did, like computer stands and hubs and so forth, we were able to kind of increase our business quite substantially over that period,
Right.
because of the works in change practices. And traditionally we had a fixed laptop stand, but what we realized is that people were moving between locations, and our fixed stand that we had was just too bulky to put in the backpack.
Right.
So what we thought we'd do is we would develop a stand that basically we could squash flat. And this is the product which is called a Curve Flex, and it's a computer stand that folds down
Wow.
really flat. You can go in your backpack with your other computer accessories, etc.
Right.
And solves a real problem. And of course, you can use it at home or you can take it back to the office.
Right.
The other thing with this particular design of the product is it gives quite a bit more height than traditional stands do. And one of the reasons for that is because everybody's video conferencing.
Yes.
It was really important to kind of be able to adjust the eye line of the camera on your laptop, so that you can look your best when you were doing your video calls.
Right.
And as I say, you know, this is totally adjustable, because also not everybody is the same height. Right. So if they're sitting, you know, you need to adjust.
Yes.
So this has become a really large seller for us across the world. Really, it's stocked in the Apple stores around the world.
Wow. Okay.
And so that's one product. Again, our founder was always trying to solve problems for himself and look at what products were in the market and try to find a niche.
Right.
When the first AirPod came out, he was going on a flight and realized that he couldn't hear and use his AirPods with the in-flight entertainment.
Okay.
Which he found quite frustrating.
Yeah.
Because the free headphones that the airlines give you tend to be not of the greatest quality.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
And you have to turn the volume up really loud because there's not a good seal.
True.
So what he did was he developed a product which is called the AirFly Pro. So that just plugs into the audio jack in the plane.
Right.
And then you compare any wireless headphones to this and listen to the in-flight entertainment.
Right.
And these two products are, you know, if we look at what our top 10 products are by volume of sales across the world, I mean, in the category of stands, that does extremely well, and we more or less own this category. So if you sit on Emirates and you open a magazine, you'll see you can buy this on the Emirates airline.
Wow.
You go through any of the airport stores across the world, you find that they're ranging a product.
Wow, that's nice.
So it's been a great journey and, you know, very successful. We've been working with Shift for a number of years.
Right.
They're a trusted partner. This is our third show with them.
Okay.
And they do a really good job getting our products sold across the region through the various channels.
Right, right. So, sir, since we are approaching your end, so what can you say, what would have been the achievement or the highlight of this year specifically?
You mean in terms of customers and things like
anything, that? Anything.
Well, I mean, it's always nice to be able to meet your customers, because the other thing that, you know, a lot of these people are using the products.
Absolutely.
So you get really good user feedback.
Absolutely.
In terms of what works well or what they don't like. I mean, this particular product is now so entrenched in the market that people go and ask for it by name.
Right,
you know?
right.
And of course, you know, it takes a lot of time to build that type of reputation.
Right.
So to date, you know, everything has worked really well, and we'll continue to follow the market and try and innovate and fill the gaps between, you know, what other people are doing.
Perfect. So that, in fact, was my next question. So what do you think, what do you see your future project is? And is there something that that you have in line, that, you know, you have in store, something for the customers that you would like to share with us?
Yes, that's kind of difficult. I mean, we have a number of products that we will be bringing out to the market in January.
Okay.
At CES in Las Vegas, which is one of kind of the big shows.
Right.
But again, you know, our design philosophy is driven by the Apple ecosystem.
Okay.
So part of it depends on what hardware products Apple do.
Right. Right.
And then we try, you know, to build the products that kind of meets that.
Perfect. Perfect. Lastly, what would you like to say about the Shift show?
Well, look, this is our third year of investing to come to the show.
Yes.
We've always had a good show every time we work with Shift. I mean, you know, Shift is a trusted partner of ours.
That's right.
And in actual fact, you know, they're one of our distribution partners that we don't have to manage them terribly well because they're so self-sufficient. I mean, the quality of their sales team and the relationships that they have with the customers is extremely strong. So, you know, we just provide them with the material and they kind of do all the heavy lifting and the heavy work. So, yeah. As I say, the fact that we're here shows that we continue to appreciate what Shift does for us.
That's great. That's great.
And we'll continue to invest.
That's great. Thank you so much, Mr. Charles, for your valuable time.
Pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned to TechX Media.